The WNBA has never seen anything like this. The 2025 season hasn't even tipped off yet, and already fans and media are shocked by what's happening at the box office. Ticket prices are skyrocketing across the league, but only when one player comes to town. You guessed it, Caitlin Clark. Some fans are calling it the Caitlin Clark tax. Others are straight up accusing teams of price gouging. But the facts are the facts. Ticket prices jump 125% when Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are on the schedule. That's not just a bump. That's a full-blown market explosion. So today, we're breaking down exactly how the Caitlin Clark phenomenon is changing everything about the WNBA experience. Is it fair? Is it good for the league? Is it creating backlash? Buckle up. We're diving into the full story behind the most controversial ticket price surge in WNBA history. Expectations are sky high for the 23-year-old point guard. Coming into 2025 in her inaugural run, Clark was instrumental in securing the Fever's first playoff berth since 2016, led the league in assists and three-pointers made. Think about that a minute. She's a rookie. Led the league in assists and three-pointers made named to her first All-Star game and All-WNBA. Let's start with the number that has stunned everyone. 125.7%. That's how much the average ticket price increases when Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever come to town. In cold, hard dollars, that means the average price to see Clark play as a visitor is now $106.32. Think about that. The average WNBA ticket without Clark, around $47. Clark literally more than doubles demand the second she steps onto the schedule. That's bigger than any single player impact the league has ever seen. Not Brianna Stewart, not Aja Wilson, not Sabrina Ionescu. Only Caitlin Clark has this level of market power, and it's not just the fans driving up prices. Home teams are strategically moving games to bigger arenas when Indiana comes. They know Clark will sell out their smaller venues. They're cashing in. Some fans are furious, accusing teams of blatant greed. Others say this is what happens when you have the most electrifying player in women's basketball history. Either way, the numbers don't lie. The WNBA has never experienced this level of box office impact from a single player. Caitlin Clark is now the walking, talking economy of the league. It would be unfair to say Caitlin Clark is the only star driving fan interest. Two other rookies are creating their own waves in 2025. Paige Bueckers and Angel Reese. But let's be clear, the gap between them and Clark is still massive. Paige Bueckers and the Dallas Wings have the second highest road impact this season, raising ticket prices by almost 70% when they're the visiting team. That's a very impressive number for a rookie who hasn't even played a professional game yet. Bueckers has a huge following from her UConn days, and fans are eager to see her debut in the league. Angel Reese of the Chicago Sky is also moving the needle. The LSU legend, known for her swagger and high-energy style, has fans lining up to see her face off against WNBA veterans, but neither rookie comes close to Caitlin Clark's market dominance. Clark literally doubles prices. Bueckers and Reese are major stars, but they're simply not in Clark's orbit when it comes to raw ticket demand. This is where the controversy heats up. Some fans and analysts claim the WNBA is overhyping Clark at the expense of other stars. There's been growing frustration online about media bias. Players and coaches have subtly hinted at it too. The debate rages. Is Caitlin Clark getting too much attention? Is it hurting the league's balance? But when you look at the cold numbers, Clark is doing what no one else can. And whether you love her or hate her, she's filling arenas and selling tickets like the league has never seen before. You might think the Indiana Fever would have the most expensive home tickets. Wrong. That title belongs to an unexpected contender, the Minnesota Lynx. Clark in the Indiana Fever are returning for more hoops starting with a preseason May 3rd game. My God, that can't get here quick enough. Minnesota fans are paying an average of $108.86 per ticket to attend home games this season. That's a 130% jump over the league average and 53% higher than the next highest team, the Washington Mystics at 71. Why the spike? It's a combination of factors. First, Minnesota had a surprise finals run last season that energized the fan base. Second, the Lynx are treating 2025 as a championship or bust year, and their front office knows demand will be sky high. Third, some of the most anticipated matchups, including visits from Indiana and Dallas, are happening on their floor. But let's not sugarcoat it. Fans are not happy about these prices. WNBA ticket affordability has always been a selling point for families. Now, Minnesota has shattered that expectation. Some loyal Lynx fans are calling it a betrayal. We've supported this team for years and now we're being priced out, one fan wrote online. Meanwhile, others defend it. You wanted a super team, you wanted the finals, pay up. The divide in the fan base is real. Minnesota is testing the limits of what WNBA fans will tolerate for premium tickets. Will the gamble pay off with a packed house all season, or will backlash build? Time will tell. Beneath all the excitement of Caitlin Clark's ticket surge, there's a troubling undercurrent that nobody at league headquarters wants to say out loud. The WNBA is quietly becoming a league of the rich and the struggling. The gap between teams with marketable stars and teams without them has become a chasm. Let's break it down. On one side, you've got the elite earners. Teams like the Minnesota Lynx, Indiana Fever, Dallas Wings, and Chicago Sky have cracked the code. They have major stars like Caitlin Clark, Paige Buchers, and Angel Reese, and their ticket prices have skyrocketed. The Lynx topped the list with $108.86 average home ticket prices, 130% above the league average. The Fever and Wings aren't far behind, consistently drawing massive crowds and commanding premium resale values. Then you have the other side of the league, and this is where the controversy starts to boil. Legendary teams with proven champions, like the Las Vegas Aces, are somehow sitting at the very bottom of ticket prices. The Aces are the defending champs, led by arguably the best player in the world, A'ja Wilson, yet their average get-in price is just $17. That's not just the lowest in the league, it's nearly 90% cheaper than Lynx games. The Phoenix Mercury, home of icon Diana Taurasi, are next at $21.36. Why? Because it's no longer about winning. The harsh truth is that the ticket economy has become driven almost entirely by personality-driven hype and rookie buzz. It's the Clark Beckers-Reese effect. Teams without a superstar rookie or a viral brand are getting crushed at the gate. Atlanta, Connecticut, Washington, and even Las Vegas are now being called low-impact markets by sports business insiders. Fans don't pay extra when these teams visit. Ticket demand actually drops by over 30% for those matchups. That's an alarming trend, and one that has longtime WNBA fans extremely concerned. Here's where the controversy deepens. This disparity could create major internal tension. Players from the have-not teams are already annoyed that the attention and money flow to a small handful of rookies and their squads. How long before that frustration spills over into public criticism or demands for league revenue sharing? This divide is also fueling the WNBA price war. Casual fans complain that some cities are now unaffordable for families, while others remain dirt cheap. It's making people question the league's strategy. Is it fair that Caitlin Clark and her team can dictate price spikes everywhere, while championship teams like the Aces play to packed crowds at bargain prices? In the short term, this divide generates media buzz, but in the long term, if left unchecked, the WNBA risks alienating core markets and fan bases who feel left behind. The Caitlin Clark boom may have made headlines, but it's also uncovered the league's deepest and most dangerous weakness, an uneven economic playing field that could lead to resentment and instability. There's no argument. Caitlin Clark has completely redefined the financial landscape of the WNBA. The numbers speak for themselves. A 125.7% average ticket price increase wherever she plays, sellouts in cities that previously struggled to fill arenas, and merchandise sales that dwarf those of even some entire teams. There's some ticket prices from August 22nd, against the Minnesota Lynx, that the prices are pretty eye-opening. Keep in mind, the closer we get to these games, the higher the prices are going to go up. In just over a year, Clark has become not just the biggest name in women's basketball, but a pop culture phenomenon. Her impact is undeniable. She's pulling in record TV ratings. She's bringing young girls and first-time fans to arenas. She's converting casual sports fans into WNBA followers. Clark is the walking business model for league growth. But here's the dark side no one wants to address. Can any one player ever be bigger than the league? And what happens if the entire system becomes too reliant on Clark to drive attention, revenue, and excitement? There are warning signs. Players and insiders have already started murmuring about Caitlin fatigue. Her every move gets covered, while league MVPs and legends like Brianna Stewart, Aja Wilson and Chelsea Gray often get overlooked in the national media. Some fans love Clark, others resent what they see as Clark obsession. The situation is eerily similar to what the NBA experienced with Michael Jordan. The Chicago Bulls brand became so tied to one man that the league suffered a massive drop in ratings when he temporarily retired. Could the WNBA be heading down that same path? Another concern, injury risk. Clark's aggressive physical style and the brutal targeting she's facing from defenders have fans and analysts openly worried about her health. What happens if Clark misses significant time? Will arenas still sell out? Will ratings hold? Does the entire league's success hinge on one player staying healthy? There's also the looming overseas threat. European teams are already rumored to be preparing massive contract offers for top WNBA talent. If Clark ever decided to bolt for Europe for higher pay or fewer games, it would be catastrophic for the WNBA's current business model. Finally, there's the question of balance. By pouring so much marketing focus onto Clark, is the league risking long-term damage to its other teams and stars? Will players demand changes to the revenue model or media strategy to level the playing field? The bottom line is this. Caitlin Clark is both the WNBA's greatest opportunity and its biggest risk. Right now, she is carrying the league into a new era of attention and money, but the WNBA must act carefully to ensure it doesn't build its entire future on a single foundation that could collapse. For now, Caitlin Clark's box office reign is exhilarating to watch. The 2025 season will be the ultimate test. Will the Clark-driven boom elevate everyone, or will it create deeper divisions and challenges the league can't fix? Only time will tell. This pre-season game has now set the new ticket price high for any game that Caitlin Clark, any game she has played in.